This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 31st day of October in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. A defiant Minister of Finance, Winston Jordan, today brushed aside a request from the Private Sector Commission for him to provide the Commission with evidence that would show that the Guyanese economy was partly fueled by drugs money under the last government. At a press briefing today, Mr. Jordan said there were two studies presented by economics professor Clive Thomas, which pointed to the impact of drug money on the Guyanese economy pre-2015.
There were 2 or 3 studies done by Professor Clive Thomas. You know, the evidence had been produced by Professor Clive Thomas. Before I even said it in 2012, a similar statement was made by a high-level official of the PPP. And it's there. It's reported in a number of newspapers. I went back, I researched it, it's on the internet. The name of the individual is there on the internet and everything. I will tell you this much. Where the economy is at today is proof positive that the economy was being run by drugs.
The minister said when he made his statement in a letter to the press, he did not refer to any private sector body. So he's amazed by the letter and request from the Private Sector Commission.
I never refer to Private Sector Commission. I never refer to GCCI. I never refer to GMSA. I never refer to any private sector organization. I refer to some in the private sector who benefited significantly from nefarious activities. Now, if, as Bob says, who the cap fits, that's fine. Because I was amazed, to be quite honest, when I got a letter from the gentleman asking me to provide proof for the private sector. I was amazed.
Minister Jordan said he is busy right now with the budget preparations and other activities of his ministry, and therefore he does not have the time to waste on the request from the Private Sector Commission. More news coming up in a moment.
This Christmas, get a loan for your dream car with an extended repayment term. Spruce up your home with that renovation you always wanted and take advantage of low or no down payment. Get new appliances so you can cook up a storm. You'll get same-day approval. Plus, you can win a getaway to a destination of your choice. Visit RepublicGuyana.com today to find out how.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hey guys, I don't know, it's girl Shensia, and I am here to tell you, watch this, the ICC Women's World T20 Cricket Tournament. It will be some amazing cricket from the best women cricketers in the world. So Guyana, watch this. St. Lucia, watch this. Antigua, watch this. The whole world are gonna watch this, including the West Indies. So you know what's a peer vibes, a peer thing are gonna go on. It's gonna turn up well loud. Don't forget, November 9th to 24th. Watch me and watch this. Guyana winning, watch this. Trini fetting, the whole world watching. Ashensia, how come my life again? 6 is the master play. Everybody jump on a shout out, yeah.
Get ready to ride it, ride it. Ready to ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride the wave. Open up the new vibe, drink up the boldness inside. Radical and fresh and wild. Catch the wave now. Ride bold, ride fresh, ride strong. Come on, ride the wave. Taste the action, satisfaction, perfection. Wave, 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 wave,
Ride the new wave of excitement sweeping Guyana. Wave Pale Ale, a premium, full-bodied, strong and refreshing alcoholic brew, crafted to perfection for a bold, young, radical you. Don't settle for anything less. Catch a Wave Pale Ale and ride it today.
Wave Pale Ale,
crafted to perfection.
Welcome back. Georgetown Mayor Patricia Chase Green was back in the stand at the Commission of Inquiry, examining the operations of the Georgetown City Council this morning. She faced questions about the failed no-confidence motion against Town Clerk Royston King. The motion was presented to the Council back in March of this year. Responding to suggestions from Commission Counsel Everton Singh Lamy, the mayor said she did not find it peculiar that the town clerk had sought legal advice for a motion against him, because the laws governing the council gives the power to the town clerk to seek legal advice on matters.
Don't you think it would have been fit to seek advice from lawyers of the main city council?
The town clerk on the chapter 2801 is the person who all legal documents go to or come from. All letters, notices has to be addressed to the town clerk. I on my own could not have sought the services of a lawyer.
Is it peculiar? Oh, the main city council has retained lawyers.
There are a number of lawyers, some of them I cannot recall, but since 1994 they have had lawyers added to the list.
The mayor told the commission that she was made aware that the town clerk sought the advice from his attorney, but she explained that she later learned that the same attorney, Maxwell Edwards, was part of a battery of lawyers who would offer advice to the council from time to time. According to the mayor, the town clerk did not want the no-confidence motion to make it on the agenda, but she insisted that it be placed on the agenda and be addressed by the full council.
Accompanying the motion was an advice given by the town clerk, because prior to the motion being placed on the agenda, I would have received a telephone call from the town clerk saying to me that as town clerk he was advised that the motion should not be placed on the agenda. I said to him this motion was circulated on the 26th of February to every council and everyone in the gallery, including the media, and it must be placed. If you have an advice from an attorney, you can also bring that advice to the council.
Chairman of the commission, retired Chancellor Justice Cecil Kennard, said in his own opinion, he believes the mayor should have sought independent legal advice, since it was the town clerk that the motion was against, and he was the one seeking advice. He asked the mayor if she thought that was properly done.
That's an unusual situation where, as I said, town clerk is being accused. He obtained legal advice. You as chairman of that meeting placed that advice before the council. The council decided to act on that advice and by a majority rejected the motion. The thing in that situation, even though you do not usually employ a lawyer, you not take on reflection, it might have been the better thing to do to get the advice of everyone. On reflection.
No, I don't think so, because I've started a council as a councillor since 1994. And most recent years, no confidence motions were brought against a particular town clerk. That particular town clerk sat as town clerk and dealt with the motions in some cases where the majority dealt that the no confidence motion should be passed and accepted. And it was dealt with the town clerk. She never recused herself.
Would you consider that as having been properly done?
I don't know how, and I'm not being rude, how to determine properly done, but I know it was done. And there are precedents of where town clerks sat in situ and dealt with motions concerning them. They never recused themselves from the motion.
You are saying that you will that thing was informed
As again, I'm saying, I don't know if it was improperly done. I'm saying it was done, and it was done by a majority of votes. And in this instance, it was done by a majority of votes. As mayor or chairman, I am not allowed to veto any decision. I don't have that authority.
Mayor Patricia Chase Green reminded the commission that this was not the first time that a no-confidence motion was brought against a town clerk, and in previous occasions the previous town clerks also sat in and took part in the matter as it was brought before the council. On the police blotter, the Guyana Police Force is probing the discovery of the skeletal remains of an unidentified male in the Diamond Backlands area. According to a police statement which was issued late last night, the remains were found on Tuesday. They were discovered clad in a blue jersey, blue jeans, a pair of blue and white socks, and a pair of brown sneakers. Additionally, the left hand appeared to have been wrapped by a bandage. Lawmen believe the remains may be those of a man who was around 50 years old. The remains are presently at the Likens Funeral Parlor awaiting identification and an autopsy. An investigation is on the way this evening. Let's tell you now that Guyanese American Marcus Bisram is now likely to be extradited to Guyana soon to face a murder charge related to the death of a Burmese carpenter. A judge in New York has thrown out Bisram's challenge to fight his extradition to this country. In a ruling yesterday, United States District Judge Kyo A. Matsumoto ruled that there was sufficient evidence presented to the court for Bisram to be extradited to Guyana. Bisram may now be out of options and the extradition could come within days, according to legal sources. Guyana had filed documents seeking his extradition through the United States State Department after he was named as one of the suspects in the murder of carpenter Fayaz Narayandat. The young carpenter had reportedly shut down Bisram's sexual advances, and investigators said that triggered Bisram to hire a number of men to beat the man to death. After savagely beating the youth, the assailants dumped his body onto the roadway and ran a car over him to make it appear as a hit-and-run accident. Bisram hurried out of Guyana as an investigation was launched, triggering the move by the Guyanese authorities to seek his extradition to face the murder charge. 4 other men have already been charged with the murder. And finally tonight, 37-year-old Safras Khan of Campbellville was today charged and released on $50,000 bail for discharging a loaded firearm outside a Palm Court night spot. Video surveillance footage allegedly showed the man firing several gunshots into the air while a number of persons were hanging out in front of the business place. Safras Khan is the brother of businessman Imran Khan, who remains in police custody in connection with the beating of a disabled man in front of the same nightclub on the same day. Imran Khan is to be charged tomorrow in relation to that incident. During his appearance today, Safras Khan, who was described as a sound system manager, pleaded not guilty to the discharging firearm charge. His attorney Glenn Hanneman told the court that under the section of the law where the man has been charged, the penalty for discharging a loaded firearm is just $15,000, and it is a minor charge. However, the prosecutor asked the court to institute conditions to the man's bail. The magistrate ordered the man to pay $50,000 bail, and he will have to appear at a police station every Friday until the completion of the trial. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting.